It was Amaka's wedding party, and of course, you know how busy planning a wedding can be, from the introduction to the traditional marriage and the white wedding. So everybody was so busy, and nobody thought of, being spiritual or being too careful. Things went on so well, and of course, families, you can't begin to suspect a family member. If I tell you suspect, maybe it could be a friend, but for a family member, it's not something you give it so much thought. And that was how she continued, did her planning and everything. On the day of the traditional marriage, she noticed that a lady came to her who she knew, hugged her, and rubbed her tummy. And it was a normal thing. Like, we thought maybe because it was her aunt, she was praying for her. And then immediately that happened, she noticed that something something was not just right, but she didn't really pay attention to it. So after the traditional marriage, they were planning for the white wedding. So the same aunt came this time with another man, and they gave her something. They gave them a very big gift. So they didn't know what the gift was about. Not knowing that the gift they gave them was already something that it was they gave them mattress, and it was wrapped so neatly that it's something you cannot even think something evil will happen. So when they got home, they decided that, it took them like 2 days to finish unwrapping everything, and then they went to unwrap the mattress. They didn't know it was mattress, so when they opened it, they're like, wow, this is really huge and all. They had called this aunt of theirs to say thank you. She was so happy that they appreciated her gift. But one thing they did know is every time they decided, okay, they're not going to lie on the bed, the mattress they had already. They now went to lie on this particular mattress that their aunt and her family gave them. So every time they will always fight. They will quarrel, insult themselves while they are on the bed, on the mattress. But immediately they leave the mattress and the bed, they are all lovey-dovey and everybody is happy and loving each other. Well, this went on for a very long time, and then they decided that they're going to start praying about it. That they have seen that it's only prayer that can solve this whole issue, because they are what's going on, that they will come back, they will be smiling, everybody will be happy. The moment they want to sleep and they go on that bed, they will quarrel as if they want to kill themselves. They will quarrel, and they didn't know what was going on. It kept happening and happening. So one day she now felt, she now told the husband that she feels that there's something wrong, that makes, why is it that each time they're on the bed where they're supposed to, like, she talked about how this thing is making them not to conceive, how she would take in and all. She has not taken in because each time they lie down to sleep, where a man is supposed to cuddle the wife, there's always issues that there's what's going on. So, and she also mentioned to the husband that she noticed that since her traditional marriage, she was supposed to menstruate after the white wedding, and she has checked the calendar, her menses are not come. All this is tied to the same aunt. So when they told one of their pastors, and the pastor now decided that he would come to the room to pray. On reaching the room, he discovered that the mattress they were lying on was a problem. So he opened up and told them everything, and they're like, no, they don't believe that their aunt can do a thing like that. That their aunt is so happy that she's getting married, so therefore she cannot do such a thing. So the pastor said no problem. He left. So they went back to that bed that same night to lie on it, and they got all quarreling, fighting to the point that they almost tore themselves apart. So they called the pastor again and said, what is the solution to this thing? He said prayers can do it. So they began to pray. They prayed and prayed and prayed and prayed. They prayed fervently. And the pastor now said they have to open the mattress. They said, how can they open the mattress? Because the way the mattress was, if you see these people that do drug pushing, they don't even know their job. The way this mattress was sealed, you would think that these people have been trafficking drugs all their life. So as they opened the mattress, they saw something that was very, very, very funny. These people had tied something fetish, put in the heart of the mattress, and spoke a word that every time they lie on that mattress, they will fight. they will fight, and they want her to fight so that she will leave the marriage. So a lot of things were happening that, was a pointer to the fact that they wanted her to leave the marriage. And now, for the tummy the aunt touched, it wasn't like the aunt touched the tummy so that she can give birth. The aunt touched the tummy so that she will not even be able to have a child. So when they saw this thing inside that place, it began to make sense to her that the aunt, that was when she now remembered that the aunt hugged her, rubbed her stomach, and then brought this mattress for her. And she was thinking it was a good, thing the auntie did. So the pastor now said they should open the mattress. They brought out everything and they started praying. As they were praying, the aunt called her line, asked her where she was. She said she was at home. She now said that the way the auntie sounded is like there's an emergency. So she to ask the auntie, is there anything the matter? Everything okay? She said yes, so everything is okay. But she is feeling that she should live wherever she is. She now told the auntie that she cannot live wherever she is, so that where she is safe. So she now agreed and stayed back, and all of that was happening. The auntie called again. Like she should tell her exactly where she is. She now say no, that she cannot tell her exactly where she is because she's actually busy. So the next thing, she turned off her phone, and the person they knocked the head on the door was that the aunt. She knocked on the door and came in and was not asking them what do they think they are doing. They asked her what do they think they are doing how. They are praying in their house. She said what kind of prayer is that they are using to disturb everybody? So they are wondering, you just came in, how did they disturb you? So the pastor now said, this must be the woman who gave you people all these things. They said yes. They now said she is behind everything that has been happening to you, the constant fight. The pastor now advised them that this is why he advised people that each time you get married, pray before the marriage and pray after the marriage. Pray for your gifts, anoint your gifts before you even think of using it. That all these kind of things would have been sorted out from the point of prayer if they remembered to pray. So the aunt now was not begging that she's very sorry that whatever it is she has done, she's very sorry that it will never happen again. They say yes, it will not happen. It will never happen again because we have already discovered you and your plans have failed. So definitely it will never happen again. But if this had happened that it took the childlessness prolonged for long and this fighting continued, one person would have lost their life. So why would you say it will not happen again? It means you know exactly what you did. So it all went back and forth, and then she started confessing that that's not the first family she's doing that to. She had done it to so many families. She started mentioning names, and that was how the pastor now decided to deliver her, that they should not even make it a problem, that this is a spirit, there is a spirit that is possessing her. They have to deliver her. The pastor conducted a fresh, deliverance in that particular area. And the story in all of this is that no matter who gives you a gift on your wedding day, do not forget to pray over it. See what this couple went through, fighting every other day. Once they lay on their bed, once even one person sits on the bed, the other one will start arguing with this one. Before you know it, they'll start raising their voices. If their aunt did not confess, just imagine what would have happened if she did not confess that she knew what went wrong. If she didn't confess, how would they know what went wrong? She mentioned one other of their cousins that she did the same thing to. That one has not been pregnant for 5 years since she got married. So that's just her talking to just be spoiling her family members, all those young girls. Yeah, you can imagine a girl who is married at 23 not being pregnant until this auntie of hers, confessed, and that was how she became safe from that. She knew what to do. She took it in prayer, and the aunt was still begging. They called for a family meeting. She couldn't appear because it was really, really terrible. She said so many things. She exposed so many things she has done in the past, and she did all these things to the same family members. that is really a sad one.